A judge listened to testimony in the murder trial of Ronnie Hyde. He's accused of killing and dismembering Fred Laster in 1994. Two witnesses say Hyde sexually abused them as teens. Action News Jack's Kevin Clark was in court. And Kevin, the question now is whether these witness accounts will be used during the trial.
After all, Hyde's defense wants the murder charge case separate from the child pornography case. Now, for this afternoon, this is where testimony was heard by a judge this afternoon. Again, alleged victims say Hyde was like a role model to them. He bought them gifts, took them on trips, and they say he sexually abused them. Ronnie Hyde was back in court for a pretrial hearing on Wednesday. The former church counselor is accused of killing 16-year-old Fred Laster nearly 25 years ago and dumping part of his body behind a Lake City dumpster. Action News Jack's law and safety expert Dale Carson tells me before the trial can begin, prosecutors and the defense are fighting over which evidence is fair game.
The judge is the arbitrator between the two to determine whether or not certain evidence comes in front of a jury or is prohibited from coming in front of a jury.
On Wednesday, the state called two witnesses to testify that Hyde sexually molested them when they were teens. Our cameras were not allowed in court at the time, but one of the witnesses said Hyde would show him pornography before sexually abusing him. The alleged victim also said Hyde would tell him touching oneself was okay because Jesus does this. Hyde's legal team claims this is inadmissible because it doesn't have anything to do with Fred Laster's murder, but that is for the judge to decide.
He has to be convicted based on the evidence that is lawfully collected and is appropriately presented to the jury panel without staining their view of what ought to happen.
Now, new at 11, I've uncovered new conversations between Hyde and investigators, what he reportedly told them when asked about Fred Laster. Kevin Clark, Fox 30, Action News Jax.